So, I guess this is Runick Naturia. I've been playing this deck for a while. It's a lot of fun, so I guess we're going to do it.
All right.
I played 3 Camellia and 3 Mole Cricket. These are like the only good Naturias. All the rest from kind of stink. And then 1 Sunflower, because you kind of just have to play it, but it is by far the worst of it.
Okay.
2 Blessing, 3 Trap. Trap, you can discard off all the Runick cards, which is sick. And then for the Runick stuff, it's really just 3 of all the good ones. I didn't want to play any of the bad ones. With 2 Fountain. The second one doesn't come up too much, but usually gets sided out. But it's really just 3 of all the good Runicks. Slumber is really important because a lot of your end boards end like this, with like Sunflower and Camellia. And they're just so weak that Slumber helps protect them a lot. So Slumber ends up being a lot more important in this deck than a lot of the other Runick decks. We only played the shufflers out of the Ishizu stuff. You mostly actually just use them to shuffle your own Naturia stuff back. Usually you'll like chain them to tier effects, you'll shuffle the tier back, and then shuffle your own Naturia stuff back, because you burn through them really fast.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Then Bestials. Generically good right now, but they kind of have bonus text in this deck where, I guess when we get into the extra deck you can see, but you actually overlay with these a lot to help get into your Naturia stuff if you don't open it. For extra, just these 3 of the Runick guys. The other ones kind of stink, and you don't really want them. This guy you really only use to synchro climb. He comes up almost every game. For synchros, Net Beast, I never made this once and I almost never do. You'd probably take it out, honestly.
Oh, wow.
So play these 2 as your synchro climb targets. You'll synchro this with the Camellia into one of these 2. And then you'll turn these 2, one of these into this, and one of these 2, with either the Gary or with either another Camellia, whatever you have access to. XCs, we played these 3. This only comes up when your hand's really awkward and you have to dig for either, maybe you only have 1 Runick card, or maybe you only have like no Naturia pieces and you have to dig, because the deck really only functions when you have both of them going at the same time.
Okay.
But that's the only time it comes up. And Beatrice, you make this a lot with like Charge Warrior overlaying with a Bestial, because you can make Charge Warrior, banish your Hugin off the Bestial, and then overlay with it into Beatrice, and that'll get you into your Naturia cards. The last cards, just like a small access code package. It doesn't come up very often, but honestly, this deck has a lot of extra deck space, and you can kind of play with it quite a bit. Like Nat Beast doesn't come up super often. Baguska only comes up against Flunder. So you have quite a bit of room.
Okay, what were your 2 matchups for that 3v3?
I played Tier, and I played... it was Eldritch. I played Eldritch.
Okay, well, obviously you beat the tier player because you were the feature match. And
yeah.
The Eldritch match, how was that?
Honestly, I don't think that Eldritch can beat the Runick cards.
Okay.
I think game 1, match 1, I tipped turn 1 and banished a Golden Lord off the top of his deck. So yeah, after they get banished, it's really hard to play. So it felt like a really easy matchup. Not to harp on the guy, but yeah, it was really tough to lose that matchup, I feel.
Well, besides the extra deck, you said it was kind of flexible. Was there anything in that tournament where you thought the main deck could change? If you can change anything in the main?
I mean, this is 41 cards for anyone counting at home. I definitely would consider like cutting one of these, one of the Ishizu cards, because they kind of clog up into your hand a lot unless you draw them in pairs, and obviously I'm only playing 6.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't hate playing more Runick cards, but like the other ones are just like blanks, you know?
Okay.
They like to only have text. I probably wouldn't change anything in the main.
All right. Well, any shout outs, anything else you want to go before we wrap it up?
Yeah, shout out to Mason, my friend Mason. He didn't help with the deck at all, but he's my boy, so.
All right, appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the deck profile. His feature match will be down low in the description. Make sure you come by and check out the rest of the channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.